think that there is a point where technique's important. When I go and have myself operated by a surgeon, I really hope they've got the technique there, frankly. That is a level of quality. I think if there is something, what you're saying is it's a question of responsibility. It's a horrible word to bring up in nature of kind of like cultural production, but responsibility is you're responsible to challenge, you're responsible to go over borders, you're responsible to make things, but there's still a sense of responsibility. Punk, as an ex-singer of a punk band, I would say I was responsible to be a good punk. That's what I tried to do. You know, I mean, when you try, it's still a sense of, I mean, I do this as good as I possibly can within the framework that I have created. Call it technique. It's silly. It clearly was a technique. I mean, you know, we deliberately said 3 chords. That was a technique. As soon as a 4th chord came in, no, that's not it. We're not doing it. You know, out with that one. Find something that works with 3.
And I have this double activity as a writer of novels and a literature critic, which is gives me the opportunity of judging my concurrents. And so I have to be quite aware of 2 things, I think. Both that my ideals, aesthetic ideals, may not be the same as their ideals. There are different kinds of literature. Even if I don't like a certain genre, I must be able to recognize that it's well done. The other thing is that I have to constantly think about quality. Is there literary quality or isn't there? And I think there is. It has to do with rhythm, pause, not saying too much. There's also quality of content, what you call intelligence, which is difficult to describe, but it's connected to I think every writer wants to write something that hasn't been done before. And that hasn't been inventing new thoughts or describing things in a way that hasn't been done before. Or else, there's the other possibility is to say something that isn't said anymore, but they used to say in the old times. So you can bring back old techniques, you can bring back the use of metaphor, for instance, that was completely out of fashion in the 80s, now it's come back.
But I also find myself constantly in situations where it's so clear that the quality criteria differs very much from the kind of art I'm looking at. And in many, sometimes I really don't have at all the tools actually to judge at all. Might be part of history where I don't have the technique, for example. And so I think I agree very much with you who said that it's very hard to use one criteria for quality, but you constantly need to look at the different situations, of course. For painting, for example, might be very different from a piece taking place in a room, maybe a performance, and at the same time they might be about the same thing, or might be even the same question. So it's very much situations.